Welcome back to the channel, and in this lesson we are going to be solving the Chunky Monkey challenge from the FreeCodeCamp curriculum. Okay, as always, if you came here just for the final solution, check the description below. I will include a timestamp and you can jump straight to the final solution. Otherwise, if you want to see how we solved it, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to do some pseudocode. So let me clean this up from the previous challenge. And okay, so before the pseudocode, let's try and understand the challenge. So here we have Chunky Monkey, and we are told to write a function that splits an array. So you'll be given an array, and you'll be given a number. So the number is size. So split the array into groups the length of size, okay, and return them as two-dimensional array. So let's take, for example, this right here. We have A, B, C, D, and we have 2. So what we are supposed to do is to have this, then have A, for example, and then B. So this is 2 items. Okay, then have another one like this. A and then B. Okay, so whatever value you are given to you here, you are going to regroup the elements in the array into the length of that. So here we have 2 items here. We have regrouped it, the first 2 items, the second 2 items. If there were more items, for example, if there were E, and there was F, and there was G, would continue. So we'll say, sorry, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then we'll have another one where it contains G. Okay, so we'll continue like that. So if the last one is just only one, it will be in its own sub array like that. Okay, so how do we achieve this? Let's do some pseudocode. So first, we are given an array and a size value. Okay, so what I want to do is, I want to create a final array and set it to empty. And 2, I want to remove the first n items. So n is the size that you've been given. Okay, let me say n. So I want to use the first n items of the given array. And what do I want to do is, I want to create a new array. Create a new array with these items. And after creating a new array with these items, what do? I want to push the new array I just created into the final array. And then I want to check if the number of remaining items in the array is greater than the given size. Okay. Oh, sorry, first let's check if it's greater than 0. Okay, now if it is not, then it means if it is not, then it means there's no longer any item in the sorry, if it is not, it means there are more items remaining, right? So I'll just repeat steps 2 to 5. However, if it is, then it means there's no longer any item remaining in the array. So I'll just break the loop. And then I'll return final array. Okay, so now let's do it and you see what I mean. Okay, so first create a final array and set it to empty. So let's create a final array. We set it to an empty array, as you can see. Now what do we want to do? We want to remove the first n items from the given array. Okay, so how do we do that? We can use the splice method. Okay, so you're going to say array dot splice array dot splice 0 and then the given size. So for example, let me do a console log of this and you see what I mean. Okay, you see what we're having? We are having the first two items. Okay, all right, so I'm going to remove this console log and let's call this chunk. Let's chunk equal to. Okay, so now I'm going to create a loop, so I'll need a while loop. Okay, so while array dot length is greater than 0. Remember here, I want to check if number of remaining items is greater than 0. So while remaining items is greater than 0, we want to run 2 to 5. Okay, so while array dot length is greater than 0, I want to keep getting the chunks. And when I get the chunks, what am I going to do with it? I am going to push the chunks into the final array. Okay, so now let's console log final array. Let's see what we're having. Okay, you see what we have here? So let me do the console log inside the loop. You will appreciate it better. Okay, so you see the first time it gets A and B, push it into the final array. The next time adds C and D to the final array. Okay, the third time adds E and F to the final array, and then finally adds J to the final array. Okay, all right, so now we want to return our final array. I'm going to clean this up, remove the console log, and that should be it. Hopefully it passes the test. Let's run it. And there you go. We have the Chunky Monkey challenge cracked. All right, so that will be it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.